How's it? It's Tepo Movimbela here, and I am talking cars under 100,000 rands again, and I'm mostly speaking to hustlers. And if you have a budget of 100,000 rand or less for a car, this series is what you should be looking out for. So in this video, I had a look at a Hyundai Getz in a dealership. The dealership is in Benoni, and they're selling it for 50,000 rands. And a Hyundai Getz is actually a really good option when you are going for your first car, third car, or whatever. If you are a hustler especially, it's a good car because it's very reliable. So I'm going to talk about some of the specs that you can expect mainly from most Getz, that is. So you will find them to be a 1.6 capacity engine, and you'll find them having ABS, airbag, central locking system, a power steering, and electrical window, CD players, radio, and radio. And this is what you will find mostly with the Hyundai Getz. I think there might be some more mechanical ones, but a lot of the times you will find them to be more on the modern side of things. And if we look at the history of the car, I think the first car was manufactured in 2003, and the last they manufactured of this car was probably 2009, 2010, and these cars were then replaced by the Hyundai i20. But the Hyundai Getz is still a very reliable car. In fact, I found an article online of a student who had commented on this car, and this is a comment from 2022, and I am verbatim saying everything that the student said. I bought myself the Hyundai Getz as a second hand. It was a great first car, really easy to practice in before my test, and it still remains the most reliable car throughout my 3 years of driving. It is easy to handle, has managed to keep me or to take me multiple times with all my university stuff, and it is very cheap to fill up. The car is really fuel efficient. I can get to uni then back home on half a tank. I would definitely recommend the Getz if you are looking to get a cost-effective, little and reliable car. As a hustler, I think reliability and cost effectiveness is one of the most important factors to consider when you get yourself a car. And buying a second-hand or third-hand Hyundai Getz is one of the good options that I'll be sharing on this video series of buying second-hand cars. So the Hyundai Getz is a 5-door, which is the two front doors, the back front doors, and of course the door at the back, and it's mostly a hatchback. You mostly find them, again, as mentioned, as a 1.6 engine capacity. So as mentioned, okay, it's been replaced by the i20, and that was in 2011. Now, what I've tend to see with the Hyundai Getz, especially if you look into websites such as Auto Pedigree or Auto Trader, you'll most likely find this car going from 70,000 to 100,000 rands. So if you find it going for anything less than that, let's say it's going for 50,000 rands like the car in the example of my video, then what you want to ensure, I'm going to beat on a dead horse here, is that after buying this car, ensure that you at least have another 10 to 15 or even 20,000 rands on the side so that you can do some more mechanical work on the car. A shout out to one of my viewers, Pebby D2617, suggested that if you are buying a second-hand car, you should, instead of just taking it to a mechanic, because there might be some issues they may be not able to detect, you rather take the car for diagnostics. After you take the car for diagnostics, that's where you will know all the problems that come with the car and how much all these problems will cost. In future videos, I will be discussing how much typically you are looking to pay for a car diagnosis depending on the car, and you can take it from there depending on what car that you want to buy yourself. But again, I'm going to be preaching the same thing on almost all the videos that I'll be doing. Otherwise, people will not learn, or they'll just buy cars and then blame the dealership that they bought it from and blame the owner of the previous car. And there's people who buy from dealerships such as We Buy Cars, which is the same or similar kind of places where other bigger dealerships actually buy cars from at auctions. So your auction operation, We Buy Cars, they buy cars there and they also sell it at a mock-up in their own car dealerships. So if you are buying whether from a car dealership privately or you are auctioning the car, do not look at the cosmetics of the car and think that the car is in good condition. Sometimes the paint looks good, but the car is actually not doing so great. So after buying the car, always take it to diagnostics and then take it to a mechanic to fix all the issues that have to be fixed in the car. We don't know what the problems of the car may be. It could be the gearbox, it could be the clutch, it could be the engine. But if it's the engine, it's a much bigger issue. But most likely you will find that the engine is alright. Maybe you might not need to do overhaul. Somebody corrected me, instead of saying overall, I must say overhaul. It's just an accent. In any case, I think I'm done with this video for now. We were looking at the Hyundai Getz. It's an affordable car. At this dealership, they are selling it for 50,000 rands. The dealership is in Benoni, so if you're looking for the context of this dealership, I can give you the numbers, or you can get in touch with me directly. But otherwise, like this video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one.